Fidelity's 5 ways to protect retirement income. They wouldn't steer us wrong, right? Yes, I got a lot of tabs open. A couple of you have commented how many tabs I have. Yeah. Good times, man. Good times. 5 ways to protect retirement income from Fidelity. These tips can keep your retirement on track, and you can walk on the beach like these people. Look how exciting you're walking the beach. Little do they know they're walking to their doom. Their doom. Because no one can retire in America. You got to be a multi-billionaire. Anyway, so here are the 5 takeaways. Plan for healthcare costs. What? No. Who knew we had a plan for healthcare costs? Expect to live longer. Be prepared for inflation. Position investments for growth. Don't withdraw too much from savings. Okay, thanks, Fidelity. That's good stuff there. Who would have thought we... This is so stupid. All right, if you're approaching the off-ramp to retirement, it's important to think about protecting what you've saved to and help ensure you have enough throughout your retirement years. All right, number 1 is planning for healthcare costs. And I know for a fact that they're going to talk about the massive amount of money you need for healthcare, which does not include long-term care. So let's see what they say. According to Fidelity Retire Healthcare Cost Estimate, an average retired couple at 65 in 2022 may need approximately $315,000 saved after tax to cover health expenses in retirement. Oh, that's such a stupid number. And again, let me tell you why that's such a stupid number. And I wrote in my book, You Can Retire on Social Security. Maybe I'll repurpose those videos and redo them again. We don't say how much of a lump sum we need for anything else. How much you need for coffee is a lump sum. Well, if I drink 4 cups of coffee a day, I'm just using average, say 50 cents a pop. That's $2 a day times that, and my wife drinks 2. That's $2. That's $3 a day for coffee, and I'm just literally throwing it out there. Times that by 7, that's $21 a week. Times that by 4, basically $100 a month. All right, so it's $1,200 a year. You do a net present value of what that would be over 30 years, and I would need $186,000 for coffee. I'll need to have that after tax to cover my coffee consumption in retirement. No one does that, man. It's stupid. The only reason they do is because it's scary, because it's a fear. No one knows what the health cost is going to be, and it makes them scared. And so this says, oh my, hey, my shirt's on inside, right side in, or inside out, outside in. I don't know what it is. My shirt's on correctly. Hey, kudos, Josh. It's such a stupid thing. All right. Many people live longer and have higher costs than what Fidelity says, and that doesn't include long-term care. Having a dedicated pool of monies for long-term care expenses may be an important consideration to cover long-term care expenses, ultimately protecting your retirement income. And according to the U.S. Health and Human Services, about 60% of those aged 65 and older will require some type of long-term care service. At home, adult daycare, assisted living, or in a traditional nursing home. And we can read that article, which I will do another video on because it just drives me up the wall. Is about 60% age 65 or older will require some type of long-term care costs. Thus, we make the leap that the average right here, the average cost for a semi-private nursing home room is $95,000 a year. And the average cost for a assisted living facility is $54,000 a year. So we're going to make the leap that 60% of us will need some form of long-term care, and the average long-term care cost is this, which is a complete farce. But I will say this till I'm blue in the face, and we'll read this study that they got. I've done videos on that one before. Expect to live longer. Really, Fidelity? Really? Okay. Why? Because life expectancy, Josh, has gone from, what was it, 67 in 1900 to 78 now. Oh, for the love of all that is good in this world. Life expectancy, the reason it's gone up is because less babies were being born thanks to Enoch Semmelweis, i.e. wash your flipping hands before you deliver a baby, doctors, all right? That's why. So we have clean water now. We don't freaking run around and poop with the horses and all that stuff and horse-drawn carriages. The poop is dominating all your stuff. We wash our hands. It's amazing. But it's the jabs. No, it's not the jabs. It's freaking cleanliness and hygiene. And that's just a fact. So that's why we're living longer, because we're not dying as babies. All right. They always say as medical advances continue, it's likely that today's 65-year-olds will live well into the 80s. Well, that's That was true back in the 1900s as well. They're living into their 80s too. Many people were. A healthy 65-year-old, what's up, buddy, was living until their 80s 100 years ago, as well as now too. And recent data suggests that longevity expectations may continue to increase. Really, the recent data shows the exact opposite. Without some thoughtful planning, you could outlive your savings and have to rely solely on Social Security income, which is only averaging $1,500 a month. Finnegan, what is it? Oh, he sees a frog. Let me go help him out. Hold on a sec. And he actually got to the frog before I could save the frog, and now Finny has a new friend, which is a dead frog now. Yeah, Finny. All right, so your average Social Security benefit is only $1,500 a month. Oh my goodness, that's so freaking stupid. Has nothing to do with you. Has to do with everybody who is taking Social Security. And we'll go into all these. I don't want to do in this video, but we'll go on all these various. Where do they show? Right here, U.S. Social Security Administration 2019. We'll go into all of them because all these can be debunked really quickly. Be prepared for inflation. Inflation can eat away at the purchasing power over time. And again, we have inflation here. Let's see. Even a relatively low inflation rate have a significant impact on retirees' purchasing power. I don't want to focus too much on this right here. We use an average inflation of 2, 3, and 4%. What costs you $50,000 today at 2% will cost you $82,000 in 25 years. That's at 2% inflation. And I'm writing a book on that, so I'm not going to get too deep in this because this is also silly. Position investments for growth. Okay, Fidelity. Right here is where you should be. We should have 49% U.S. stocks, 21% foreign stocks, 25% bonds, and whatever that is, 5% short term. Yeah, okay. Let's see how that happened in Japan. All right. Who knows? But they're basically saying what's that, 50, 70, 70, 30. I got no qualm with that, but we're going to use the average annual returns for these over a significant amount of time, 9.5% or whatever. I mean, that's fine. But at the end of the day, position your investments for growth. We got to, instead of doing that, notice what they don't have in here. 5 ways to protect your retirement income. All right, it's stupid. Don't withdraw too much from savings. Okay, that's still silly. I mean, everyone gets that. Oh, don't take, if you have 100,000 in savings, don't take 50,000 a year out and expect to be able to live on your savings. It's dumb. We did the math, looking at history and many simulating. All right, that's a weird one. Simulating many potential outcomes landed on this guideline. To be confident that your savings will last 20 to 30 years, consider withdrawing no more than 4 to 5% in the first year of retirement, then adjust for inflation in subsequent years. Okay, what exactly will inflation be in the future? Well, CPI is dumb. Anyway, notice what they don't say in here. Plan for health care. Expect to live longer. Be prepared for inflation. Position investments for growth. Don't withdraw too much. They don't say one thing on how to reduce your expenses. That's the number one thing. Figure out your expenses. How can you reduce it? Many, many, many ways to reduce your expenses. That's position number one. How to protect your portfolio from running out of money is to check out your expenses, see where you're wasting your money on. All right. More to the story here. Let me do some research on these various studies that they cite, and we'll debunk them all. All right. We'll see you.